Hi, I'm Michael with the Yanmar Academy. In this video, we will walk you through the daily maintenance checks you should review each day before you begin operating your V10 wheel loader. These checks will help you maintain your machine and, most importantly, keep you safe. Begin at the bucket and check that it's in good working condition and make sure there are no missing bolts or nuts. Visually ensure that the cutting edge doesn't need to be flipped around or replaced. Now let's inspect the tires for any cuts or gouges and ensure the lug nuts and bolts are in place and tight. The tire pressure should also be checked. On the V10 wheel loader, look for a tire pressure of 43 psi for your front tires, 33 psi for your rear tires. If you're using a liquid ballast, make sure the valve stems are at the top of the wheel when checking. This will prevent fluid loss. Now move to the hitch pins, steering cylinders, and any other areas that may need lubrication. Check all lube points to make sure they are properly greased, and if you're greasing the loader regularly, it should be okay. Just make sure to use NLGI2 EP type grease. Now, let's move to the engine compartment. Lift the hood and visually ensure there are no signs of engine oil leaks. If there are any leaks, repair or replace any damaged components. Also check that there are no issues with the exhaust, fuel lines, and ensure that nothing cut, broken, or hanging out. And while you're there, don't forget to check the brake oil reservoir to make sure the oil is on its full mark. Now check around the oil filter and the oil drain plug found on the oil pan for any leaks also. The oil level should also be checked. Make sure the engine is turned off. Wipe away any dirt or dust from around the dipstick. Pull the dipstick out, wipe it off, put it back in, and ensure you have it fully inserted. Pull out the dipstick and verify that the oil level is within the lower and upper limit marks. If it's low, add the appropriate amount to bring the level back to the full mark. You will want to replenish it with the Yanmar Genuine Oil or CJ4 with a viscosity temperature range for your area. You can purchase Yanmar engine oil at your local Yanmar dealer. And while we're here, let's check for coolant leaks. Visually check on and around the radiator hoses, and associated components. Look for cracks or signs of hose deformation, especially around the hose clamps. The engine coolant should be checked with the engine turned off and cooled. With the hood raised, you will see the engine coolant bottle. Visually check to ensure the coolant is at the full mark. Do not open the coolant bottle or remove the radiator cap if the engine is hot. This could result in serious burns as the system is under pressure. If the coolant is low, refill it to the full mark on the bottle using Yanmar's premixed coolant or ASTM 04985 guidelines. Also visually inspect the radiator fins for any debris that could restrict airflow, which could cause the engine to overheat. The fuel water separator also needs to be checked. Ensure that it's clean and properly drained if needed. Same with the air filter, especially if the machine is used in dusty locations. Make sure it's clean. The hydraulic system is a key component of your wheel loader. Visually inspect the hydraulic hoses, connections, implements, quick disconnect block, and the implement control lever for signs of dry rot, cracks, or leaks. Hydraulics operate under high pressure. Even a small leak can be dangerous, so it's best to either repair the leak or replace any faulty component. You must release the hydraulic oil pressure before working on the system. Turn the engine off, move the bucket or arm lever to relieve the pressure. The final inspection of the hydraulic system is to check the transmission oil level. This check should be made with all implements in the fully lowered position and the machine turned off. In the rear of the machine, you'll find an indicator gauge. You want to make sure the needle's in the green area. If it's not in the green area, top off the system with the genuine Yanmar hydraulic fluid or an ISO VG46 equivalent. And remember, you can always purchase genuine hydraulic fluid at your local Yanmar dealer. Now that we've checked the outside of the machine, let's get into the cab for our final inspection steps. You start by inspecting the seat belt. Look for damage such as tears or cuts. If you find any, the belt will need to be replaced. Also be sure it works correctly by checking the lock and retraction functions. Turn on the ignition, check the dashboard LCD monitor for operating hours and fuel level indicators on the bottom of the panel. If everything is working as it should, you are good to go. Performing these simple inspections will ensure the high performance and longevity of your Yanmar wheel loader. And as always, thanks for watching. For more information, consult your wheel loader operations manual or ask your local dealer. And don't forget to visit us on the web at yanmarce.com.